Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over some of the Saie Beauty products that I bought and some of the ones I currently own. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to put my hair back. And I did pop up the information for all the Saie Beauty products so I can tell you how much everything costs and everything. I'm going to start with my eyes as usual. I'm going to use this Stuck On You eyeshadow primer because I'm going to use some a new eyeshadow palette that I had bought. It's the Rowan Beauty one, the Mood Forever palette. You know, the white velvet packaging, just like all the other palettes. And then here's the colors. You have Crema right here, which is like an ivory. It doesn't have much shimmer in it at all. It's just mainly like a ivory color, like it says. This one is Elated, which is a shimmery peachy pink. Then you have Impressions, which is like a maroon. And then you have a translucent shimmery taupe right here. So I'm going to just use my fingers for all of these. I'm going to go into the maroon color because I feel like it'll go more with my look today, maybe. And here's what it looks like on the finger. It's like almost like a duochrome. It has like a maroon color in it, but there's also like a gray silver shift to it, like a sparkle. And here's this color. It's like a rose gold shade. I'll put that all over the lid. Now, like I said, these don't last that long. Like when I did the first time, I didn't know how to use them, and it only lasted like 30 minutes on my eyes. And that's because I used this ivory shade all over my lid. I wouldn't use that as like a base. I feel like it's just too oily, and maybe that's why nothing really stuck to my lid. And then I'm going to take that ivory color in the inner corner. And the ivory one is much more creamier. You can't feel like the glitters in it at all. Okay. And I'm just going to take a clean brush and just go around the edges just to make sure they're all cleaned up. And I might go in later because, like I said, they kind of fade. I might go in later and end up adding more before I'm done. And this palette is $46 on their website. I will do swatches of the Rowan eyeshadows at the end when I'm done with everything else. So next I'm going to move on to concealer. This is a new concealer I've been trying. It's the RMS Beauty Uncover Up Concealer in the shade 11. I tried this because I heard that this had more coverage, and my Glossier one is quite old. I probably got it like 3 years ago or something, so I don't really know if I should really even be using it. It's not as easy to apply anymore. I feel like it's kind of stiff inside the jar to get out, the Glossier one, just because I think it's old. So I wanted to give this one a try, and actually this shade actually matches my skin a lot better than the Glossier. The Glossier one is a little too dark for my skin, the one I grabbed. But these ones I noticed run like very yellow. Like this is a little bit too yellow, but the shade underneath is good. It's just a little bit more yellow than my skin. It's supposed to be neutral, the one that I chose. I'm just taking it on all the red spots on my face and under the eye. Their Saie Sunvisor Broad Spectrum SPF 35. Mineral-based SPF that's clean and silky. It's supposed to be for normal, dry, and combination skin. It has hyaluronic acid in it, and it is $34 for this. It comes in one shade, which is like a tint, and it's like a weird colored tint, which actually, this tint is like the only tint that I can wear in a sunscreen because otherwise they're too orange. This is like a cool tone tint color, and you really can't see it on the skin. Now, I have heard some people say they can't wear this because it pills on them, but I haven't really noticed that myself, to be honest. And I don't know why I put my concealer on before sunscreen, but I guess that's what we're doing today. Normally I would put my sunscreen on first and then obviously go into the concealer and do my eyes after, but I don't know. Guess I'm not used to doing the sunscreen. And then next is the Saie Mini Size Super Gel Lightweight Dewy Highlighter. This is $15 if you get the mini, which the mini is a half an ounce. And the mini size only comes in this color, but I think if you get the bigger one, I think there's 2 or 3 colors. So that's the only difference. I have used all these products already before. The Sunvisor I've been using for actually quite a long time, probably like 2 or 3 months. I like that it's hydrating, but it's awfully greasy, as you can see. Like, it's very dewy, and I find that I think that I might be breaking out from it because of the hyaluronic acid. I'm not somebody that does well with that, so that's what I'm guessing is making my skin break out. I'll get like little bumps down here, so I guess I'll see. I haven't been using it lately. And I'm just putting this gel like wherever I want there to be like a highlighter, basically, because I don't really use a highlighter most days. And this is how this comes out. Like this right here. It's kind of like a champagne color, and it does feel like a serum. As you can see, it gives a glow. I don't really think it's anything spectacular, I guess. I just basically use it as a highlighter. I have put it all over my face, but I think it's a little bit too much if you do that. I'm going to go into their Saie Slip Tint, which I've been using this for quite a while. I actually stacked up on this because I actually do like this. This is a tinted moisturizer that offers skin-loving hydration. It's sheer dewy coverage and 100% mineral UV protection. It has licorice in it, jojoba esters, pansy flower, and it's supposed to be like clean product from Sephora. They have quite a bit of shades. 10 shades altogether. I have shade 2, which is light fair. And this is $32. And I believe it's 1.35 ounces. And I usually do 2 pumps for the whole face. But I've been trying to do 1, so I think I'm going to do 1 today. I think it's from the Rosy Beauty palette because I don't think that other highlighter like product from Saie Beauty, I don't think that has glitter in it like that. It's very chunky glitter. You can build this up, but I wouldn't say you're going to get a lot of coverage. It's not a lot of coverage that you get from this. That's why it's called, you know, a slip tint. This is like very sheer since I only used 1. This is their Sun Melt Natural Cream Bronzer. It's $28. It's pretty huge. It's 1 ounce. And I got the lightest shade, which is light bronze, which once you see it, you'll think like it's really dark for like my skin. Like that looks super intense. And this is supposed to be for fair to light skin with cool or neutral undertones. There is three other colors besides this. It says it's supposed to be a lightweight, creamy bronzer with a natural velvet finish that melts into skin. It has oatmeal, grapeseed oil, elderberry extract in it. And what I like to do is I actually like to take it on my finger and get as much of the product as I can. This is the color. And I rub it on the back of my hand like this and try to get most of it off. And then I'll take my bronzer brush that I like to use and I just swirl it all over my brush and just start going in. Now it seems very pigmented inside the container, and if you do take it from the container onto your face, it is a little bit more pigmented. But I don't find it to be like super pigmented that it doesn't blend out well or anything. I just have been trying to do like my cream products on the back of my hand and warm it up first before putting it on my face. I find that has been working a lot better than just going straight in to my face. I'm going to do the same thing again. And I do like this. I've been using it quite a bit. At first I didn't think I liked it because of the undertone, but you can really blend it in really well. I thought it was a little too orange on me, but it's kind of grew on me over the last few times I've been using it. It just blends like really, really easily into the skin. And that's what it looks like blended out. It's got a very nice glow to it, just very natural looking. This is $22. It's called their Dew Blush Liquid Cheek. There's 4 colors. I got the shade Rosy, which there is a lighter color than this, called Peachy, so this is the second lightest shade. It's supposed to give a natural finish. It's supposed to be a water-based gel blush that gives a healthy flush of seamless color. It has mulberry in it, elderberry, evening primrose, and you get 0.4 ounces. And this has a doe foot, and you have to be very careful because it's very pigmented since it's also a darker shade. I'm just going to do 1 dot. And I kind of start to like blend that out with my finger because as you can see it spreads pretty far. And then I take my beauty blender the other side that I haven't used for my foundation. As you can see, that just completely covered my cheek, and that was just one little tiny dot. So I imagine, even though there's not a lot in here, it would probably last you a while because you only need one little dot for your, well, 2 dots, I guess, for your face, depending on how much blush you like. And try to run the extra that I have across my nose here. Alright, and then we're going to move on to eyebrows. I did recently use one of those like lash lift kits, but I used it on my eyebrows so that way they would kind of have that microbladed kind of look to them, and that they would stay up, so I really haven't had to do too much with them. I'm going to use this brown microblading pen from Benefit. It's in the shade Blonde. I've been really liking this. I just recently tried this out. I just kind of get the front. The rest of it is pretty okay for this eyebrow. And this one is like my better eyebrow. I really don't need to do much to it at all. And something new I wanted to try was this NYX brow glue. With me having these eyebrows, I really don't need anything, but I still want to run something through them just to give them more of that. Because this is my bad eyebrow and it doesn't want to stay sometimes, the hairs. I've never tried this yet, so. I usually use the Anastasia Brow Freeze. But I actually think I might like this more. This is kind of like gloopy. I don't know if you can see it hanging off the end there. It's like kind of like a weird consistency. Like the Anastasia one is obviously like stiffer. It's not like liquid. This is like goopy, like hair gel or something. But actually, I think I might like this more than the Anastasia one, just because it's doing a pretty good job. And I always let my eyebrows set for a second. I don't obviously want them to be this dramatic, but I like to let them sit so that way I can fix them in a little bit here. I'm going to go in with some more of these shades just to run along the bottom. I'm going to take the rose gold and just go in the middle of my eye. And then I'm going to take that maroon kind of shade over here and I'm going to put that on the outer portion. Just to kind of connect everything together. It's not really going to show up too much. I'm going to rub my brush off on the back of my hand so I can get all the glitter and stuff off, and I'm going to take the light shade and put that in the inner part of my eye right here to brighten it up a little bit. Okay, that's pretty good. It doesn't show up too much, but I'm going to use the Ilia mascara. And then I'm going to fix up the eyebrows like I said. I'm just going to kind of run it across like that. Oh yeah, this sits down a little bit more than the Anastasia one. Like, I can feel it. It's a little bit more stiffer. And that is all for the finished look. And here's what it looks like up close. Very dewy, very fresh looking. And now I'll go ahead and swatch the Rowan palette and the blush and the bronzer on my arm, just so that way you can see it up close. Okay. So we got the first shade in the roll-on palette. I'm going to do it on the back of my arm here. You're not probably going to be able to see it because it matches my skin, but this is Crema, or Crema, right here. That one's Elated, which is the peachy pink. This is the sparkling maroon shade right here. And this is Toasty, which is the translucent shimmery taupe. So Crema, Elated, Impressions, and Toasty. Here's the Saie blush in Rosy, and this is the bronzer in light bronze. And what I'm actually going to do as the last measure, because I've noticed this has helped too, I'm going to take this brush that I use for the powder, I'm going to take my Kosas powder, a very little bit, and I'm going to tap it on top of the Roll-On Beauty eyeshadow. It's not really going to take away any glitter, hardly. It's just going to more or less make it so that it stays and doesn't slip all over my face. As you can see, it's still very glittery on the eye. It doesn't really take away too much shine or anything. It's just, it kind of keeps it intact for the day. Otherwise, it's going to be slipping because it's very creamy. That's going to be all for my video today. If you like this kind of content where you get to watch me test out new makeup, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And as always, have a great day.